Welcome to a show about wrestling. It's a show about wrestling. Yeah, we'll talk about wrestling.
And stuff.
Star Wars comes out this week, and we're super pumped. But not as pumped as we are for Wrestle Kingdom 12. And that is the subject of this week's video.
Jan the 4th be with you.
And also with you, compadre.
Oh.
One sweet me. It could also be a lightsaber.
Except half the Bullet Club now, they've been saying fuck too sweet. I mean, fuck one sweet.
Yeah, this is kind of stupid.
I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that after Wrestle Kingdom, we get to see a little Bullet Club Civil War. That'd be pretty cool.
I can already see the fan art.
Yeah. Oh God.
Kenny and Tama over here.
Oh boy. Is that who the?
That's what I think. It would be the split, like.
Yeah.
Tama and Fale and
yeah.
Split off and say "fuck you, Americans."
So, if you follow our page, which you should, because then you would know this. You would know that earlier this week at the finals of the World Tag League, Chris Jericho showed up, attacked Kenny Omega. The very next day, they had a press conference. Kenny Omega showed up with his head wrapped, and they fought again. And for the first time in about 10 years, there was blood in New Japan. And it's normally something that's seen as a little bit
uncensored blood. So there had to have been blood.
Yeah.
Or unscripted blood, or.
I feel like Chris Jericho is getting a taste of freedom.
He left the evil empire and joined the rebellion.
Yeah. Or he could just be
poetic.
He could actually be pulling like a Kylo.
Maybe. I don't know what Kylo's doing yet.
I don't know. We're going to find out maybe tonight.
This is a spoiler-free episode because we don't know. We haven't seen the movie yet, so we don't know shit.
Yeah, the first one aired in our area like 41 minutes ago. So, yeah, we didn't see it
and
yet.
We're not there.
So don't worry, guys.
Obviously.
We're only going to talk about things that we haven't witnessed yet. Yeah, one of those episodes. It's going to be a short one.
Yeah.
So, a little rundown the card. We got, in the tag match, the winners of the World Tag League, Evil and Sonata, going off against the Killer Elite Squad. And they will be, I believe they will be wrestling for the trios, 6-man tag belts, either before or after. I believe it's before Wrestle Kingdom. I was pulling for Guerrillas of Destiny because Sonata and Evil are already tag champs with Bushi, so I didn't really see the point in putting them in a Wrestle Kingdom match for the tag titles. But I guess they're kind of trying to consolidate everything. They might be pulling some stuff off the card because it's so stacked now.
It's too stacked. They're worried about it.
And they just added another belt. So, I mean, the U.S. title's been around for months, but still, people were already thinking at the time, wow, really? We didn't have too many already?
Do they have a 6-man as well?
Yep, they got 6-man never. There's never open weight. And there's the junior tag. And then there's the heavyweight tag. And then there's the junior weight champion. And then there's the heavyweight champion. And there's the intercontinental champion. And there's there's Kenny Omega's U.S. championship. And you can't forget all the Ring of Honor guys that end up on the card. And the Ring of Honor title always gets defended at Wrestle Kingdom. So
this is all true. Pretty much every match is going to have a belt attached to it.
I kind of wish you were counting when I said that.
14.
Shit. Something like that.
I don't know.
Either way, I mean, and it's even harder if you're over here on this side of the planet. The longer the card gets.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it's like to be a wrestling fan watching WrestleMania at, like, you know, somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, the UK airs at it starts at 1 a.m. That's when the pre-show starts or something like that.
Oh man, that's 6-7 hours.
Right?
Oh, ooh.
You might as well just skip the
Clear
first.
your day. You gotta clear your day for that kind
Or
of thing.
skip the first 3 hours and just wake up super early.
We're actually going to be having a little get together for us. So, and I keep forgetting. Oh man, I what am I going to do the next day? I got to go to work. How am I going to do this? How am I going to watch this and go to? And then I realized, oh wait, it's going to be Wednesday, and it starts at 2 a.m. for us. So, yeah.
So we're watching it delayed, right?
No, we're watching it live.
I don't know how that's going to work for me, but we'll see.
You're gonna have to take a little nappy poo right before.
Man, we should just live in Japan then. How about that?
I mean,
We're moving to Japan tonight.
that's when I do really.
We'll be a show about Japan next week.
I mean, I really do envy the UK audience. They might be getting the 10,000 seater out in Dublin.
Ring of Honor?
No,
Or the
I mean, it's going to be an association with Ring of Honor, but they narrowed it down to 3 locations. It's either going to be, I think it was Long Beach, Chicago, or Dublin.
Huh.
Yeah, one of those 3. And it's from the looks of it, they might have more capabilities out there than they would in the States. Because a lot of wrestlers don't have exclusive contracts to anyone in the UK. That's how What Culture Pro Wrestling managed to do so many dream matches.
Yeah, because none of those guys were signed anywhere over there.
No one has an exclusive contract to the UK. You might have an exclusive contract in Japan or exclusive contract in America, in Canada, well, just North America in general. But that's it. UK is like the Wild West. Anyone can go anywhere. Yeah. I'm kind of jealous. But apparently...
They're getting extremely stacked cards like every month.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the tickets for Wrestle Kingdom are selling really well. I guess Jericho and Kenny really changed everything. And I mean, if you really think about it, this could change the industry. This could be the, this could be the New Japan equivalent of the Outsiders teaming up with Hulk Hogan.
Interesting.
And everyone being like, oh, okay, what's going on here? Because with Jericho, I mean, you really got to give him the credit because he managed to do this in 2017 where all the spoilers are everywhere. I mean, back then it was, if somebody left WWF and showed up in WCW the next day, I mean, there wasn't really any way the regular fan would have found out about that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't find out, oh, their contract's expiring soon. It's not like us when we saw Nakamura and AJ and everyone come over here because we knew.
We knew about it.
We knew that
before.
they left. So they're like,
except AJ.
Well,
we didn't know he was coming then. Well, I mean,
yeah, and even then,
kinda.
Even WWE themselves, they like to gauge, how much interest their fans have in something, and so they teased at it a little bit too, and even John Cena teased at it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's really incredible that Jericho's managed to make everyone believe that he was a loyal WWE guy, and then show up here. And not only, I mean, I heard tons of people say that Jericho wouldn't show up at the World Tag League. He's just going to show up at Wrestle Kingdom. But, I mean, he's doing appearances for them. In the midst of all this touring with Fozzy and everything.
Yeah, he still has a solid schedule.
He's even doing a show the day of WrestleMania. Nowhere near WrestleMania. So
he's not going to be at WrestleMania?
That's what the word is. But I mean, how hard is it really to play an early show on one side of the country and then fly over with just like an hour or 2 to spare? Yeah.
And then get from the airport to the venue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's in the schedule. He's got it all scheduled up.
Yeah, the Young Bucks, they went to in 9 days they wrestled in 5 countries.
Wow,
that's insane.
Probably not the first wrestler.
They showed up like a couple hours before the World Tag League to wrestle.
All jet lagged as fuck. Yeah, we're ready.
And the Young Bucks, and it's awesome because as soon as they entered the ring during their entrance, and the camera zoomed in on the Young Bucks doing their pose, like I think it was Matt, or I don't remember which one. He was like, "Oh my God, I am so jet lagged." He said that straight to the camera as they were zooming in on him. Oh, it was so hilarious.
That's great.
Yeah.
And they're still rocking it.
Yeah, so let's run down the card a little bit. We got LIJ versus Evil and Sonata versus the Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith and Lance Archer for the heavyweight tag team championships.
Some of these are pretty obvious who's going to
got
win.
Cody versus Kota Ibushi.
That's going to be really interesting.
This should be a really interesting match. I really am excited to see how that plays out, and I'm really hoping that Kota Ibushi might win the title, perhaps. And
that'd be interesting.
And then we get to see him in America all the time. Yeah. That would be like, I was so mad the last couple times we went to Ring of Honor because that was during his little stint in WWE for the cruiserweights. So we didn't get any of that. It was right after Nakamura and AJ left, so I was just like, oh God, War of the Worlds would have been so much cooler last year. But I think this upcoming year, we're probably going to get tons of Kenny and tons of Ibushi out here in the States. So
that'd be cool.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, Kenny finally got his visa issues.
Yeah, so I mean,
out of the way.
And they have a beautiful new belt. By the way, this weekend,
beautiful new baby belt.
This weekend we got Dalton Castle versus Cody for the Ring of Honor title. Battle.
I hope Dalton gets a new one and makes it peacock feathers or something.
Pretty.
It's all pretty.
On to the junior tag, we have Roppongi 3K, Rocky Romero's new crew. He took Sho and Yo, a couple young boys who were also known as the Tempura Boys for a little while. You might remember them, maybe not, probably not. Oh well. Anyway, these gold and silver boys are fast as fuck, and it's going to be fun as shit to watch them wrestle the Young Bucks in the Tokyo Dome. And you know what?
That'd be very cool.
I kind of want the Young Bucks to win.
Yeah, I would.
They haven't really
I would
been
just
in
pick Young Bucks just because
they haven't really been in Japan a lot. So
yeah, it would be a huge pop to the audience.
Yeah, and it seems like they're gonna try to make it more of their schedule to kind of be in Japan more at the beginning of the year, and then kind of keep it in the States later on. Because I guess apparently a lot of things like the. I think it was I don't remember what it was. It might have been the Tag League. I'm not sure. But there's a couple of big events that they normally took part in, but they also aligned with major birthdays for their kids. So they're trying to stay home.
Yeah.
For certain dates.
Good guys.
For certain tours. So
good Christian boys. Good Catholic boys.
I'm kind of hoping the Bucks win that one. And an unprecedented an unprecedented match. We have a four-way, which you don't normally see in New Japan. It's normally just one-on-one. You never really have that unless it's some really quick type tag match or something where you got 4 different tag teams. You might have that, but yeah, this isn't very common. So I mean, that plus the blood, they're really kind of tapping into the old, we're really starting to get an idea of what it was like to be, back in the 90s and 80s where you'd see WWF style and then see the wrestling style that NWA and, early WCW had. I mean, people even said that, back in the day it was Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan's matches were very, 3 moves of doom. I don't even think there was 5 moves of doom, just 3 moves of doom. Okay. And his matches were normally short. They weren't that athletic. Meanwhile, Ric Flair, he was doing 1-hour matches, stuff that would just, it was amazing because he was drinking a shit ton every single day, but and he was still like 10 times better than
no one outdoes Rick, man.
So I think we're starting to get a taste of what that's like, of what real wrestling feels like, and that you can have an amazing story and have it all be told just in the ring, and that's what makes you actually want to watch the ring. It makes you actually want to watch the matches. I find myself just looking at my phone during WWE matches all the time now, especially on TV, because you can always tell, like, there's the same formula that surrounds a commercial break. There's like a big move, goes to commercial break, you know, that way for a while everyone can kind of just, you know, sell laying down and everything, and they're recovering.
Waste time.
Yeah. And then you come back to break, and what do you see? Chin lock, something like that. All right, we're back, you know, and I think it's something that they just do just so they can be like, all right, I'm going to drag us out for the next 30 seconds because the commercial's going to come, you know, the commercial break's going to end any second. But it gets so nauseating after a while. You're just...
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen, and now it's kind of becoming common knowledge that a lot of people who record it just kind of fast forward till the false finishes at the end.
And now they'll have commercials in the middle of matches on a pay-per-view. Like, what the fuck?
What are you doing? What?
Why?
How?
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all.
It happens on the pre-show all the time. And it's like, come on, give those guys...
This is your thing.
Give those guys their 10 minutes.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
You already have my $9.99.
Right? I don't need to know about KFC at this point.
Oh. So we got Marty Scurll versus Hiromu Takahashi versus Kushida versus Will Ospreay. That's going to be fucking insane. They're going to be flying
like a
everywhere.
Four-way?
And it's basically just going to be one big, giant, heaping, steamy dump. Roll it.
That sounds negative.
Throw it. And they're just going to shit all over the Cruiserweight division in WWE.
Oh, okay.
Just this match alone. It's just... Because if you're tuning in to Wrestle Kingdom, you're probably going to watch that match. If you're watching it on New Japan World, Access TV is only going to be just the three main matches. It's just going to be Kenny, Jericho, Takahashi's, and Okada, those matches. Yeah. So, but if you're watching it, you're gonna
fine with that.
You're gonna find out what a real cruiserweight match looks like, because I kind of forgot after a while, after the whole after, like, how could you not bring back the Cruiserweight Classic? You're doing all these experiments with the mixed match challenge and everything.
Yeah, well, it hasn't even been a year.
The Mae Young. You ended the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah.
And they're forgetting that people like tournaments. They like to actually have, like, the outline of sports.
Right, something to...
That's where the reality...
An end goal for
That's
everything.
where the reality is rooted.
Yeah.
As long as you do it all within that frame...
Like, it's a contained story. It's almost
how many
like...
sporting events can
wrestling equivalent to a movie, almost.
Yeah. Name one sporting event where an athlete says, okay, time out, give me a microphone, you know. That doesn't really happen.
Yeah, never.
And
that wouldn't happen in one of the tournaments either.
Yeah. They keep it in the post-match promo.
Yeah.
And the pre-match promo. I mean, yeah. And
very sportsmanly.
But that's all in the intro, too. So it's not all acted out. And that's why everything just feels more real. And they let everyone just kind of... It's all bullet points, especially if you're American. They kind of just trust you to do what you want. Although they did tell Sami Callihan to stop kissing.
Why?
Some wrestlers didn't like it. Some might have herpes. Some, I don't know. Maybe didn't want the potential spreading.
Culture over there.
Yeah, it's probably a culture thing.
Like it, maybe.
I think it's a culture thing. Yeah.
I mean, the culture everywhere doesn't like gayness.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But in the way they kind of do.
Right? It's almost by hating it, they love it. They're obsessed with it.
It's weird.
They're constantly thinking about men kissing, and it drives them insane because they can't do it. They can't bring themselves to kiss boys. I don't know.
Trap's gay. I don't know.
That's a different video for some other show.
It's a question
That's
for
not
the ages. That's what it is.
That's not this show.
Oh, okay. We got Jay White versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
And we have 2 seconds.
Oh boy, Jay White versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Young Lion, Tanahashi, former Young Lion. The developmental system works there. Doesn't work here. Omega, Young Lion. Jericho, former Young Lion.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do we have a
Okada,
pattern going
former
here?
Young Lion. Naito, former Young Lion. Developmental works in Japan.
2 top guys going against each other. A legend and a new up-and-coming legend going against each other.
That's not just...
A young guy and a kind of youngish guy.
But they all have the same upbringing. They all came through that developmental
There's
system.
many torches being passed here.
Wouldn't it be cool if NXT kind of just took the people and then sent them off on an excursion to come back and, you know... Because that's what happens.
Yeah, go to Mexico.
That's how it works.
Go to
Start as a young
Japan.
lion. You can only do certain moves. You can only wear certain attire. You have to wear the black trunks, black boots. That's it.
Yeah.
You can only do the Boston Crab basic moves. That's it. And then you disappear. They send you off to Ring of Honor. They send you off to Mexico. They send you off somewhere else. And then you come back with a whole new gimmick. And then boom, next thing you know, you're in one of the final 3 matches. You're one of the, I would say, sub-main events of the Tokyo Dome. Young Lion system works. Just ask Finn Balor.
Yeah, it's gone pretty far.
Amazing shit. Well, that's all the time we have. We're going to try to catch a movie, maybe, if we didn't go on for too long. I don't know. I gotta go.
All right. Bye. We love you.